This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, the story was supposed to be a dominant start for young Jack Leiter, no hits through 6 2/3 and a 3-0 lead. But the Astros, with some help from the home plate umpire, big help, were able to flip the script and pick up the split. Stunning. The Rangers with a 3-run 8th-inning rally and a big win to even up and split the Silver Boot Series, winning today by the final of 4-3. Here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That is where you will find the great work of Bryce Paterick every single day. I know he's going to have a lot to say about this one today, this weekend, this series, the homestand. The Rangers end up going 4-2 on the homestand. They've still won 7 of their last 9, but no doubt it's going to be a little bit of a longer flight to New York tonight after this one. A very tough loss, especially after such a dominant start for young Jack Leiter and blowing that 3-0 lead the way that they did to their big rivals.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, we're going to talk about everything. Most of all, though, I want to hear from you via the comment crew. We're not going to spend a lot of time beating this one into the ground. We're going to talk about Jack Leiter's start, the issues with the bullpen. Now Chris Martin, one and done again with the injury. You hope that it's not serious, but the fact that he came out, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be critical here, but I mean, the guy was warmed up, what was it, Friday night, pitched Saturday night, and then you bring him in today. I mean, we just kind of went through the whole thing of how you can't work him 3 straight games. He had never worked 3 games before. The third game, he comes in, feels a pop. I mean, I don't know why he was out there to begin with. I mean, I get it. I that's no disrespect to him, but I would think after that incident, you would kind of, ease him back a little bit and make sure. But I guess he told them he was fine and that it was no issue, and they brought him back. That's number one. Kind of felt bad. I mean, Robert Garcia has been one of my favorite relievers for sure, and kind of felt like I don't know if he was rushed and I'm not making excuses for him, but that was just weird. And I mean, the home plate umpire, I try not to go hard on the umpires because both sides were upset. I mean, Joe Espada got ejected from the game in the 3rd inning because he went after Marley. But man, it's just, I know these umpires are graded and they do a report after every game, but hopefully, somebody will see this game today. I know they will, and there will be, some kind of reprimand. Unfortunately, I don't think they do it enough. They don't do it publicly enough because they try to protect the umpires. But at the same time, I mean, some of these guys have major attitude problems and major chips on their shoulder, and they need a little humility. They need to be kind of put in their place and reined in a little bit to stop this kind of out of control behavior. And I said this before. I've always been one that has felt like, no, you need the human element. But I'll tell you what, if they can get the technology to really call balls and strikes without a physical umpire behind the plate, I hate to say it, I don't want to wish anybody out of work, but I'm becoming more and more on board with that and more of a fan. And of course, really felt bad for young Jack Leiter. I mean, he was the one that got burned literally on that, and then the bullpen kind of let him down, obviously, as well. But man, to not allow a hit, for 6 2/3 and gave up that home run. A little surprised Bochy brought him out again for the 8th, but I think he kind of felt like, okay, he bounced back after the home run, finished, and the pitch count was low, wanted to help preserve the bullpen a little bit. They've been used a lot because of the injuries. Wanted to try to give everybody a break before the day off tomorrow and then what'll be a big series in New York. But, man, felt for him. Clearly, best start of his career, best start of the season, best stuff. And isn't that how it goes sometimes in baseball, that games like that, you don't get what you deserve? And clearly, Jack Leiter deserved the win today. And then the Rangers offense, I don't know. This was a first guess, not a second guess, but I thought, man, with Hader coming into the 9th, I mean, we saw it the other night. I mean, he will give up a home run for sure. I mean, he'll get saves, but he'll give up a home run. And in a one-run game, I don't know. I was a little surprised that we didn't see Josh Smith. Just somebody to get some juice, to try to get one out of the ballpark to tie it. But at the same time, you got to let Pilar, you got to let Zeke get their hits and have their opportunity, and they made out. So other than that, though, the big takeaway, it's frustrating. I think even more so because of the umpire, because they led 3-0, because Jack had such a dominant start, but they still picked up the split, still had a very good homestand, still right there. And, hopefully this one won't linger. Day off tomorrow, and hopefully they'll bounce back, have a big series in New York, and hopefully they'll be able to handle their business in Chicago next weekend against a bad White Sox team. And, they'll learn from this and keep going. But just tough, because 3 out of 4 in this first round would have been really, really nice for so many different reasons. I don't need to get into it. And again, to blow the 3-0 lead and to have it the way that they did, very tough. And you just hope that it won't linger. With this group, I don't think it will. They faced these guys enough. They'll see them again in July in Houston, and we'll see. But tough one today for sure. Definitely one that the Rangers should have won. All right, as for where this game turned around,
time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Well, I'll tell you what, bottom of the 4th, as they said during the TV broadcast, and man, I have to say, I am so blessed. If it weren't for my daughters having Apple and Roku, I would have been really in trouble. I understand baseball, MLB is trying to grow and they're trying to connect with the younger crowd, and I get all that, but come on, just put the games on where people can see them. Come on. I don't know. I'm sounding like an older guy, and I don't want to do that. Bottom of the 4th, really good inning though. Good three hits and small ball and stolen bases, and love the fact that the Rangers were able to build the 3-0 lead the way that they did. Thought it was great. In the 7th, when Yainer Diaz hit that home run off of Jack, love the way that he responded. Thought that the Rangers were still in good shape, and then that 8th inning is just when it got weird, and felt bad for Jack. I felt bad for Chris Martin, again, we hope that he's okay. And I felt really bad for Robert Garcia, and the Rangers give up. Garcia gives up the three-run homer to Paredes, and the Astros get the win 4-3. All right, quick timeout. We will hear from you via the comment crew when we return. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, well, this game was a little nutty, and if you're looking for a snack that is both delicious and nutritious, crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better for you, unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. Now, I have to say, whenever I go to a game, I'm a big peanut guy, right? But I'll tell you what, when you get these pistachios, right, the no shells for the grab and go are really good. And if you still want to do the cracking of the shell, it's an option as well. And it really is like snack meditation. The no shells variety, though, really good, whether you're at a game, at your desk, on a road trip, or you just need a quick protein boost. They are a good go-to. So get snacking and start cracking with a snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. And we got a Game 7 going on in the NBA today. The NBA playoffs are in full swing. Make sure that you check it out. Every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there has never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. So if you're, looking for players that are showing up in the big moments, you can kind of track their trends to help build your next bet. Or, if you combine live prop bets mid-game based on how the action unfolds, that's a great way to do it as well. So if you're new to FanDuel, it is the perfect time to sign up. You head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Okay, welcome back to the Rangers Postcast. Rangers fall to the Astros by the final of 4-3. They split round 1 of the Silver Boot Series to start this year. Let's go to Dislike Button. Haven't heard from Dislike Button. I know he didn't like this one. We should have won that. Astros can thank the umpire for that one. John Crabtree says, well, that sucked. Paul Wilson says, leading through the game and then the bullpen blows it. Now we really are like the 2023 team. That worked out well in 23. Yeah, there you go. See, there's a little positive spin right there. Rangers fan 101 says, it's sad to see these bats just can't come through during clutch moments. I can't argue with that, Rangers fan 101. Like I said, I really felt, I think when you're an opposing team and you're going up against Hader in a 1-run game, you should feel like you have at least a 40% chance, maybe 50, that you can get a home run to tie it. Those are pretty good odds. I'm kind of, that honestly, I don't mean to keep harping on it, but just a little surprised that and I think that might be something too. We've been talking about the roster and potential moves, and I think there was a write-up on Marcus Semien today. we're kind of getting at that point now where, and I'm not trying to pick on Marcus, and it's not just him, but you just kind of look around. I mean, this is the time where, as you guys are saying, the Rangers need some players here to step up. You look around baseball, look at the Dodgers, for example. The greatest team ever, according to the media. They've dropped a couple at home to the Angels. They were blown out by the A's the other night, but they're cleaning house. They got rid of Austin Barnes, Chris Taylor. So, it's tough. You get these veterans that are fan favorites, and you want to believe that they'll go back and be the way that they were, and they'll be able to recapture and finally get back on track. But for some guys, it doesn't happen, or it takes a change of scenery to kind of get them going again. It's just a reality of baseball now in 2025. Paul Wilson says umps definitely off and inconsistent. Yeah, this whole homestand, I take no delight in going after the umps, but honestly, some really, really bad games on this series, on this homestand, for sure. KMB says Jack should have been taken out after second hit. You could see it snowballing, but maybe they knew the bullpen wasn't at full strength. Need to sign Drabback if we can afford him. Drawback if we can afford him. Brent Workman says, I go to Round Rock Express games. One of the best things is the ability to challenge the balls and strikes. Something needs to change in the MLB. And you know what, Brent? I think that is coming to Major League Baseball next season. That is not official, but that is kind of the buzz or the rumor. That was the buzz and rumor coming out of spring training. And Texas Hobbyman says, so we tied. Challenging balls and strikes in this one could have been a game changer. Yep, no doubt. And wrapping things up, Vertify says bad loss, also unlucky. They get a 96 mile per hour fastball, 350 homer. We follow up right after with back-to-back 100 plus mile per hour outs to the outfield. Yeah, no doubt. Great point. That's the way the game goes, and it seems like that's unfortunately just kind of the way it goes with this rivalry. Although, if you're the Rangers, you're okay if you win the ALCS on the road in Houston, game 7 and 6, you'll take that, right? So, but just again, tough because they were up 3-0 and Jack had pitched so well, and just hate to see though. Those don't happen a lot, but when they do, they sting for sure. But hey, we're not gonna belabor this one. The good news is they'll be off tomorrow, and no matter what they're feeling right now, when they take the field in Yankee Stadium, their full attention is going to be on the pinstripes, and that will be a fun, nice 3-game showdown. Everybody gets a day off tomorrow, and should be a lot of fun beginning on Tuesday night in the Bronx. So hopefully you can join me then and for that series. Thank you. I know it's a Sunday. Thank you guys for jumping in today. Really appreciate it. Tough one today, but the Rangers still had a really good homestand. They've had a really good week, and hopefully that will continue here on this road trip. 1 week closer, hopefully, to the eventual return of Corey Seager. Don't think we're going to see Corey on the road trip at all, but who knows? Maybe when they get back, or sometime here, maybe in June. But as long as they can avert any kind of major injury and that he'll be able to return, that's something else that we can look forward to. All right. Thank you for being with me today. The final score, the Rangers fall to the Astros 4-3. This has been the Rangers POSTCAST.